The young man continued on his quest to get her to safety, and he drove on for several hours. He refused to stop unless it was absolutely necessary. As they traveled further, she became more and more concerned for him. She could see that he wasn't feeling well, and as time went on, he seemed to be feeling worse and worse. "Are you sure? We shouldn't stop," she said. The young man said nothing as he kept his focus on the road. It was obvious that he had no intention of stopping, at least not for a while. He continued to travel for the entire day. It wasn't until late the following night when he decided to make a stop. "What are you doing? Why are we stopping here?" she asked. "Because I arranged for us to stay here. It'll be all right. I know what I am doing. We should be fine, at least for now," the young man said. He parked the car where it would be hidden. Then he wasted no time as he got out of the car. Then she got out of the car, and the two of them made their way to a small cabin. He took the key and unlocked the door before the two of them went inside. Seeing that his face was flushed, she approached him, and then she gently touched the side of his face before she touched his forehead. "You're burning up," she said. "I'll be all right," the young man said. She took hold of his hand, and then she took him to one of the rooms. He said nothing to her as he looked at her for a moment, and then he sat down on the bed. She left the room to get him a drink of water. Then she left the room again. She came back shortly afterward with a cool washcloth. When she approached the bed where the young man was, she sat down, and then she put the washcloth on his forehead. "I'm worried about you. Maybe we should get help," she said. "No," the young man said. "Why not?" she asked. "Because if you do that, there's a good chance of him finding both of us," the young man said. "But you're not well," she said. "I'll be all right. I think you should try to get some rest," the young man said. She took hold of his hand as she looked into his eyes with an expression of concern on her face. "Please, don't worry. I'll be all right," the young man said. "I'm so sorry for giving you such a difficult time. I just want you to get better," she said. "I'll be fine. I think that we both need some rest," the young man said. "Do you need anything?" she asked. The young man said nothing as he started to doze off. She sighed as she looked at him for a moment. Then she left the room and went into another room to try to get some rest.